Mentors keep you poor. Now, before you tell me you're crazy, it's been proven mentors help your life a ton. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You're losing it. Well, I know. We're in the era of 2019 where you have Gary Vee, Grant, Ty Lopez, and all these people are quote-unquote mentors. But some of the times, most of these people are just trying to sell you something. Whether it's a program, a course, a meeting, a speech program, like whatever it is, they're trying to sell you something. They're more like salesmen than they are mentors, okay? That's why in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what a mentor is, how to find one, and why mentors are also keeping you poor, and when it's time to leave in mentorship, okay? So, if you want to find out exactly how that works, stick around to the end of the video. Now, on top of that, guys, if you guys don't know me, my name is TommyBryson. I'm an accountant, and I upload videos every single day. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. On top of that, do me a favor, hit the like button. And here's a question for you guys, okay? How important is a mentor? Comment down below and let me know. And also let me know, why do you think they're important? Or why do you think they're kind of overrated? Comment down below, let me know your thoughts. And for example, guys, if you ask me, I grew up in a neighborhood that if I chose a wrong mentor, then I would have probably been selling something I shouldn't have, and I would probably been in jail, okay? That's how serious it is. So it depends. If you pick the wrong mentor, which people do all the time, you can end up in a very, very bad situation, okay? Now, let's start breaking it down. Tommy, how do mentors keep me poor? Now, the first way that mentors keep you poor, guys, very simple, is that eventually they will start to hold you back. So for example, back in the days, believe it or not, a mentorship wasn't like a course or like you talk to me for a few minutes every single month. No, it was basically you go under someone for 7 to 10 years, and you take on everything they do and you learn the ropes from them, and then from then on you branch out and create your entire thing, okay? That's how it worked back then, 7 years. But now we don't need 7 years, okay? It works much differently. Now here's how they will try to hold you back. Imagine this. If you have someone that you're teaching the ropes, right? Usually ego gets involved in this. You have someone you're teaching everything. Well, eventually you'll say like, hey, you need to stay under me, and that way we can keep doing whatever you're doing. Because eventually, the entire point is this: a mentorship is basically like a trade-off in a sense. They'll help you, but in a sense, you're helping them solve something. Okay, usually you're helping them, solve a problem where, hey, it saves you time if I do this, if I do that. Well, eventually, the mentor is going to tell the mentee and is going to hold them back by saying like, hey, you can stay right here in the company, you do this, but eventually, guess what? You'll always be under them. So in reality, you'll always be under them, thus they will be holding you back in a sense, okay? Now, number 2 is this: if you listen closely, you'll become a clone of them. Now, there's been a lot of people out there in history, musicians especially, where they have mentors and they start to step by step disassociate themselves from the mentors in very different ways. So for example, if you have a mentor and he tells you all the time, do this, do this, do this, do this, well, you kind of lose your identity and essentially become a clone of this person with their goods and their bads, and you have no real authenticity, to the point where they take every single aspect of yourself and make you a clone of them. Because there's nothing better for a mentor to see like, hey, this guy is exactly like me, he wants to be exactly like me, well, I'm gonna make him exactly like me. Now, I'm not saying all the mentors out there work like this, but most of them do, to the point where it kind of gets kind of weird and shady when you have a person act like you, do the same thing as you, and just basically be a clone of you, okay? Now, number 3 is this: you have to be able to take mentors' flaws, because they might seem like they're so perfect, but when you join, you become a part of a mentor's entire program. For example, if I go into Gary Vee's life, well, let me not say Gary Vee. There's a specific person out there that I look up to. Very powerful guy, very strong guy, and this guy has done the impossible over and over again. He set records. I won't say his name for privacy reasons, but the point is, he's done so much. Bestseller author, broken records, done things to push himself beyond everything, and this guy has done a great job with that. But in reality, he's gotten divorced around 3 to 4 times. So what does this mean? It shows you although that mentor is great at that one aspect, you also want to see their flaws and take that into account and kind of say, hey, you're bad at this, you're good at this, I'm going to take this, I'm going to round it up, I'm going to mix it together, and I'm going to become a better version of you. That's where you find yourself within that. And remember, don't become a clone of the person. It doesn't make any sense. And they try to hold you back. Well, it comes a time when you need to go and cut that mentor off. I'll tell you how to do it right now. Now that we understand exactly how mentors can keep you poor by A, holding you back, B, becoming a clone of them, and 3, well, basically, you take on every single aspect of them, including the good and the bad. That's how they can hold you back in a sense. Now, Tommy, how does this work exactly? Okay? And the first thing is I want to tell you guys this, okay? I want to explain to you guys exactly what a mentor is so you don't get confused when you look for these people. Because again, it is important to have a mentor, but it's important to know exactly who's a mentor and who's trying to sell you a course or trying to sell you something, okay? Now, the first thing is this. Tommy, what is a mentor? A mentor is someone that's in the position that you want to be, that's already there, and it's going to teach you exactly what you need to do to achieve what they achieved, and basically going to teach you the ropes of everything. So for example, if you want to become a carpenter, or you want to become an artist, you want to go to that person that's at that pinnacle of what you want to achieve and talk to them and see if you can get a mentorship with them. Now, towards the end of the video, I'll tell you exactly how to convince someone to take you on as a mentee, and that way you can learn everything from them and extract all the information you possibly can from them as soon as possible. Not 7 years, not 3 years, but as fast as possible by using this method. Now, the second thing is this, okay? Tommy, okay, I understand what a mentor is, but where do I find these people, okay? Because basically, you know, I love Gary Vee, I love Grant Cardone, I love Ty Lopez, but these people don't have time for me. So what do you want me to do? Well, here's the thing. You don't have to seek these mentors at the pinnacle of stardom. Usually they're gonna ignore you, I'll be honest with you. And the main thing is this, you wanna find mentors where you currently are. That's where they are. So for example, if you work in a sales company and you want to become like the best salesman there, or you want to become a partner at the company, here's what you do, okay? For example, who would you take sides with? The person that's selling the most, or the boss of the company that's running the entire operation? You'll probably say, Tommy, the boss, of course, right? No. In reality, the boss will probably ignore you if you're an underperforming employee. But if you go to that person that's selling the most and you learn the ropes from them first, and then you approach the boss and you'll be like, hey, I'm a valuable asset, I want to learn more, and how can I help you? And that way, well, eventually you'll either become a partner or you'll leave and you'll do your own thing and become very successful. But it all starts at the beginning. You don't need to find the top salesman that's on camera and Grant Cardone this and Gary Vee this. No, sometimes it's just taking your niche and find the people that are doing very good jobs there, very, you know, maybe not $100 million, maybe not $100,000, and you learn from those people, and that way you learn exactly how to do what they do, and you become successful like they are, okay? Now, the third thing is this, Tommy. I know what a mentor is, I know where to find them, but what happens after I find them? And what happens after I learn everything? Now, number 3 is very obvious. You want to cut them out at some point in your life. Now, I know this is harsh, but in reality, a mentor is someone that teaches you the ropes, helps you grow, but you can't let them do this. You can't let them try to make you a clone of them. You can't let them try to keep you in a little box, and you can't let them have you copy their flaws and all, because what you want to do is become a better version of them. So when do you know that it's time to leave a mentor? The answer is this, very simple, when there's nothing else to learn. I'm sorry, it's harsh, but it's true. If I go to Grant Cardone, or I go to Gary Vee, or I go to Graham, and I talk to these people, and you know, and I learn for like 3 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 7 years, and I learn absolutely everything from the trade, and then it's no longer about like, hey, you're not teaching me anything, and I'm just here for fun, just to help you out. Well, it's time for me to expand and leave the relationship in good terms, of course, but if it can get into bad terms, you never know. But the whole point is this, at some point, where there's nothing left to learn, you want to leave and expand on your own. That's the entire point here, okay? You don't want to stay trapped in a box, under someone's wing, learn everything, becoming a clone. No. Eventually, you want to get away, and that's when you actually know everything you possibly can from them, and then it's time for you to get away, okay? Information is finite when it comes to a person. So eventually, they will run out of things to teach you, and there'll be time for you to grow. That's the whole point. So now that we understand exactly how mentors keep you back and exactly how mentors work, if it's a salesman, they're trying to teach you something, I want to talk exactly how do I find a mentor, Tommy, and how do I convince them to allow me to basically help them so I can learn from them. The answer is this. You know, humans are inherently selfish and they mostly think about themselves. I'll be honest with you. When you approach someone and you're talking about, like, hey, I want to help the world, I want to do this, I want to do that, they'll be like, hey, that's a great story, that's awesome for you, but I'm not interested right now. But if you come from a place of, what can I do for you, that will work much better. So for example, if you wanted someone on YouTube, and I did this before, by the way, I was a mentee to like around like 3 YouTubers, one with like 400k subscribers, one with like almost 100k I think at some point, and now she's like blowing up like 1 million on Instagram. But the whole point is this: I was a mentee to these people, and I didn't approach them by, hey, I want to save the world, can you help me do that? The answer was no. I approached them by saying like, hey, I have this skill, I can use this skill to make your life easier. Now back then it was editing. So for example, I would reach out to them and say like, hey, you know what? I'm an editor. Here's what I can do. I can go into your videos, edit them for you, save you time, and then upload them and everything for you. Usually they would say yes, okay? Now when they said yes, after a few, like maybe like a month or so, I would start charging them money and I would start earning money. But after like around 3 months, when I learned everything I possibly could, I will say peace or give me a raise. And usually it was peace, because YouTubers are cheap sometimes, especially me. I'm a very cheap guy, okay? And the main thing is this, guys. That's basically it. Oh, and one last thing, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, guys, is this, okay? And I'll be very frank with you when it comes to this. Not having a mentor is not an excuse, okay? It shouldn't stop you from doing what you want to do. For example, when I was doing daily vlogging, back when I was around like, what is like 17 or 18, I made excuses all the time by saying like, you know what, if I just had Casey Neistat mentor me, I would be so perfect. If he just gave me one shout out, I would be good. I would be solid. If I had him on one of my vlogs, I'll be awesome. The answer is, most of the time, the answer is you have to work on your own stuff, work on your craft, and eventually in the future you'll meet those people, but you want to meet them on equal terms, or you can actually help them. If you can't help them because they ignore you, then you got to move on and work on yourself. If you can't find a mentor, read books. If you can't afford books, take courses. Well, opposite, okay? But the main point is this: save your money, buy courses, read books, try to get a mentorship. If you can't get one, read your books, practice, and also take courses. And that way you start executing on your own, because all the information is out there, but a mentor is kind of like a person that makes it easier for you by explaining it to you right then and there live. But if you can't have that, that's fine too. There's no excuses out there whatsoever. And guys, as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. And on top of that, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get notified. And if you want to talk to me one-on-one, uno, just DM me on Instagram at TommyBryson. I'm not going to charge you $300, don't worry. On top of that, guys, as always, if you want to watch more videos, watch this one right here. For example, why saving money keeps you poor. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, hit my face right here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and peace.